Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. The final SmackDown before King and Queen of the Ring tomorrow from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia is officially in the books, and a lot of stuff went down, including our finals and shit. Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. The final episode of SmackDown before tomorrow's King and Queen of the Ring is officially in the books, and a lot of stuff went down, including the finals being made for both the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. So, let's gab about it. First off, let's talk about the Queen of the Ring final. It will be, as expected, Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyrie. So, honestly, guys, while I will get to the King of the Ring later and why that could be 50-50, this one, I don't really feel like it. I feel like most of us are going to side with Nia Jax. In this one, the only way Lyra ends up winning in this scenario for me is if they do another scenario, which a lot of people might not rock with, and that's Becky defeating Liv Morgan to retain the Women's World Championship, which connects with Lyra winning the Queen of the Ring and them doing that match mentor-mentee at SummerSlam because, you know, like I said, the mentor-mentee relationship and the fact that they literally had a whole story last year with Lyra beating Becky, and that's evolved into the relationship they have now. So if that is their plan, I don't really agree with it because I, along with a lot of people, think Liv really needs to win this Women's World Championship match tomorrow. If that's the plan, then Lyra might actually end up winning Queen of the Ring, but I don't think that's the case. I think they have just used this to just really establish her as a big-time threat here in WWE, especially on Raw, to be Women's World Champion somewhere down the line by having her literally go all the way to the finals. I mean, look who she's beat, like, and including the match with Io Sky, which was phenomenal, and I didn't even think she was going to win, but she did. So at the end of the day, I really do think Nia is going to win this one because I can think of a better long-term story they could be planning, and that's for Nia to win this tourney, go on and be a really good choice to beat Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam, and then, you know, she gets through the rest of this year, like beats all of her challengers back, and then WrestleMania 41 comes along, and we do Jade versus Nia for the WWE Women's Championship. Because if you think about it, they've had multiple interactions throughout this year to where we know this match is going to happen. Like Jade eliminating Nia from the Women's Royal Rumble, and then the whole thing, even though it wasn't properly executed, of Jade and Nia literally brawling like all over the place last week, which caused Jade to get disqualified in the first place and protected her from a loss against Jade, or actually protected Nia from having to like lose to Jade. Either way, it was all about protection for a match later on because, you know, Nia got in her daughter's face. So I could be wrong because it's a bold prediction because it's really like out there in terms of like months away. But I think they could be setting up for Jade versus Nia at WrestleMania 41 for the WWE Women's Championship, and Jade to win that match, become the new WWE Women's Champion, with Nia winning the Queen of the Ring tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon for us in the States. I think that is the first chapter of, you know, that eventual story. I could be 100% wrong. Maybe that's not what they're doing, but I do think Nia Jax is the better way to go for winning the Queen of the Ring tomorrow.
I'm interested.
Speaking of Queen of the Ring, let's now get into King of the Ring. I said that this one is a little more 50-50. Now, how do we really get that way? So, unless you just missed it, you know, like completely under a rock or whatever, maybe it just flew over your head. These opportunities at our King of the Ring have just been upped because you don't just get the glory and, you know, title of being this year's King of the Ring and a cool-ass crown. You get a world championship opportunity on your brand against the champion at SummerSlam. So now the finals are set. It will be Randy Orton versus Gunther, which will, without a shadow of a doubt, be a match for the ages. My God, it's a literal dream match. I cannot wait. How many freaking chops can Randy take? How many RKOs can Gunther take? What is it going to take for these two to just beat the other for just 3 seconds to prove who is the better man, who will be this year's King of the Ring? Now, but going into this, just tournament-wise period, I was like, Gunther is going to win this. It'll most likely be him versus Randy, and Gunther beats Randy. It makes perfect sense. But once they added the, you know, stip that now the winner of King of the Ring gets this title opportunity at SummerSlam, I think Randy Orton has a better chance at winning this. A lot of us think this now because now you have an easy setup, and they showed it tonight. Randy Orton and Cody backstage of setting up Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. We knew that was going to be one of the top feuds for Cody once he had the WWE Championship after he beat Roman Reigns. So it's a perfect way to literally just already have it set up and then just like worry about getting to the match. Now, granted, they could still set up this match through other conventional methods, like Randy Orton becomes a number one contender, maybe through like number one contenders match, triple threat, fatal four-way, or just how he's Randy Orton, just walk up and say he wants a title shot. Nick Aldis ain't gonna say no. It's Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, for crying out loud. That'll main event SummerSlam, I have no doubt. And it's a little hard for me to see Gunther losing on two PLEs like back to back in terms of like actually competing on them, WrestleMania and King and Queen of the Ring. But the thing is that now he's Intercontinental Champion. We kind of got to get to see him losing more often, not a lot, because I think they do want to protect him and his character with like as limited losses as possible, because he's the ring general, and when you hear his music, like just like Roman's, it wants to be a presence, a force. Like you're like, oh shit, this like Roman or Gunther, like they are coming to the ring. So I don't know. I really think it's 50-50. I'm stuck. My head is kind of more leaning towards Randy because of this stip. I could end up being wrong, and there are downsides to really either one in terms of like who people can find problems like with either one to disapprove of either result. But at the end of the day, what's important to remember is that Randy Orton versus Gunther will, without a shadow of a doubt, be one for the ages tomorrow. I cannot wait for it, and it is absolutely going to steal the show and one we remember for the rest of our lives. So may the best man win, whether it's the Viper or the Ring General. One will be crowned King of the Ring, and either way will lead to a dope-ass championship match for either challenger at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Okay, guys, speaking of the champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul had their final face-to-face confrontation tonight, and I love the Maverick, I really do. Hey, yo! But Bro got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, god dang it. He had them brass knucks on him. He got checked by the ref. Good job, dude. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that's the exact same ref that was at the Royal Rumble, like when Kevin Owens and Logan Paul fought, and like we really thought Kevin Owens was about to win the U.S. title, and the ref stopped it because Kevin Owens had the damn brass knucks on his hands. So damn, that's long-term storytelling just in itself. But look, Cody cut a great promo on him, and maybe there is some truth to it. Like some people complain about Logan being like, oh, he's only had 2 defenses in the last like 202 days that he's been champion. Look, he's eventually going to lose that title to LA Knight. Yeah. But like, you still can't discredit the work that he's put in, and I truly do believe, and I know some people do like believe this too, that he will someday go to that next level and become world champion. And he has made this more of his full-time life because he's done with boxing and he's pursued this as a full-time career, because let's be honest, he's way more successful here, and we care about him more doing this here than like we did in boxing, despite what like his record says. So in terms of that, I think Logan goes out there with Cody. It doesn't just put on a great match again, but goes really to another level of being like, yo, we can really see this guy as world champion, going like a year or 2 from now. And with how they did it, with like Cody being like, you're not on my level, that's a great setup to have a rematch 2 years down the line when maybe Logan is champion and he's defending the championship against Cody, and be like, yo, remember when you said this? I'm about to prove you wrong and beat your ass. But no matter what, Cody's walking out as champion. And little side note, I really like the side story they're doing with AJ right now, because it's blending story with reality. He's really at the end of his career, but he said he wants one more world championship run. He wants one more shot at Cody after coming so close in their incredible match at Backlash. And while it will likely happen at Clash at the Castle, and I'm not expecting, Glasgow to reach the crowd levels of Lyon, France, that is just asking too much. I am all for them doing that match again, maybe adding some sort of step, and I'm really intrigued with this story. Some people are even saying it's like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker-esque in terms of like Shawn being so desperate for that one last chance at breaking the Undertaker's WrestleMania undefeated streak. So doing that with AJ, I feel like is a really perfect setup to, go off and fight with Cody again at Clash at the Castle. So Cody winning at the end of the day, will produce good stuff. And maybe this kind of story will maybe give people act a little more lighter on Cody being like, oh, he doesn't have any good stories or anything like of meaning, during this WWE Championship ring. But no matter which way you slice it, Cody Rhodes is not dropping the WWE Championship anytime soon, including tomorrow. And he's going to have another incredible title defense when he beats the Maverick tomorrow at King and Queen of the Ring. Okay, you guys, that is SmackDown. We are done. Put it in the rearview mirror. We are done. This is a huge pro wrestling weekend. We got King and Queen of the Ring tomorrow afternoon for us in the States. And then the very next day, we got AEW's Double or Nothing matchups. Kings, Queens, Aerial Assassins versus Messiahs. Swerve versus Christian. A patriarch versus a mogul. My God, Anarchy in the arena. A CEO versus our smiling, beautiful hero of the TBS division. Guys, seriously, both these wrestling shows are going to be amazing and showcase once again why for this year and for many, 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 many years to come, these two companies are going to continue to provide the best era of pro wrestling ever. You're not going to want to miss any of the stuff that goes down during it, and you're definitely not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So damn sure keep on liking, and damn sure, extra especially, make sure to keep on subscribing, and most importantly, keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, we better to Gab with and Gabe right here. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed SmackDown tonight. It was dope. Little weird from Saudi Arabia because we've never had a SmackDown from this venue before, but maybe we'll just have to get used to it. I don't know. Tomorrow begins an awesome pro wrestling weekend that I'm sure will be remembered for the ages because these are the top two companies in the entire world. Time for cinema in two different definitions. But guys, until then, deuces, puces, and I will see you guys after King and Queen of the Ring tomorrow.